I mean, Batman Arkham Origins. It's right here. Commissioner Gordon left this for me. He's such a nice guy and has such a wicked awesome mustache. I should unbox this, because that's what this video is. AlphaOmegaSin would want me to do that. Also, I can't keep talking like this. I'm not Corpse Grinder. So, let's open this to the Batcave, aka AlphaOmegaSin's game room, which I'm currently in. That was redundant. I, like many others, have been waiting very patiently, and the time is among us to be able to play Batman Arkham Origins. And it finally came out, so naturally I had to get the Collector's Edition. I did it with Arkham City, so Arkham Origins. It seemed pretty natural, especially considering it had a very kick-ass statue to be had within it. Now, on the front of this, you can see there's a whole bunch of crap that's on there. The Nightfall pack, which if you are not familiar with Nightfall, that is one of the biggest story arcs within Batman, where they pretty much talk about Bane, introduce him, and then he breaks the Batman's back. And Batman ends up getting replaced by Azrael, who runs around in a really wicked, badass-looking Batman costume, which you'll be able to play as, which is pretty fucking awesome. Also, Nightfall Batman skin, classic TV series Batman skin, which I'm assuming that's probably going to be the 60s era one with Adam West, and 5 challenge maps. Now, let's go and take a look at other things on here. And if you're wondering, yes, this box is gigantic. It's bigger than most console boxes. Right there on top just says Batman Arkham Origins, and it looks like some gigantic steel case box, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Some crate shipping bullshit. Anyway, let's look on the back here and see what we have. And it's pretty much going to tell us, obviously, all the things that are going to be had within here. To begin with, Necessary Evil Supervillains of DC Comics Blu-ray disc, which is right there, and also helps that they're doing a really big villains comic story arc within DC Universe, so that's pretty damn cool. That right there is the main thing that I want to go and pick up. That is the big-ass Joker statue that lights up even with all the little screens and stuff in the background, so that has me pretty goddamn happy, to be honest. 80-page hardcover collector's art book. Let's see, Wayne family photo, glow-in-the-dark Gotham City map, Anarchy logo stencil, Batwing Prototype schematic, Batman Wanted poster, first appearance Batman skin, and Destro challenge map, and let's see, Crime Lab evidence, and lastly, Black Mask dossier. Includes Nightfall pack, which they already said on the front of it. I honestly wish that they would have included a mask like Black Masks. That'd be pretty damn cool. I would give that a thumbs up for approval. Maybe that can be an idea for something in the future. And this tells you everything that's on the back. Black Masked Assassins face off against 8 of the deadliest assassins in the DC Universe as they compete for a prize of $50 million on Batman's head. Prowl the streets of Gotham City, explore vast Gotham, stop crime in progress, solve mysteries, and search for a rogue hacker's blackmailed data. A world of firsts. Experience Batman's first encounters with some of his greatest allies and enemies. Expand your arsenal. Equip a versatile remote claw and devastating shock gloves as you stalk the city streets and take down your enemies in exciting new ways. And a whole bunch of other stuff talking about multiplayer mode, which is pretty damn exciting. Take on your friends in an all-new multiplayer mode. Play as Batman, Robin, or an elite member of Joker or Bane's gang, which is pretty damn nifty if you ask me. And this is coming from somebody who does not give 2 fucks about multiplayer, unless it's like couch co-op. That stuff's awesome as fuck. But and then you have the ratings and a whole bunch of other shit that to be had, and a nifty little Batman logo down there. That always makes me happy. Alright, now that we've seen what the box has and some of the contents that it's going to contain, well, we actually see what these motherfuckers look like instead of reading about them. So let's undress this sexy little devil here. Please come off, slipcover. That would be super de-duper. There you go. And a better look at the box there. As you can see, it is pretty damn cool. For the most part. Go and pop this open there, and open it up. Ah, there's a big warning label. I like warning labels. Let's see. Warning label says this. Warning, fragile, remove product carefully. The packing materials are intended to protect the product. If opened abruptly, damage to the product may result. Please open the packaging materials with care. Well, I didn't actually go and plan on throwing this about, even though it did come to mind, but hell, I will be careful, Mr. and Mrs. Warning Label.
So we're going to take everything out of here from the top. This is packed very nicely. Taking everything out. Taking everything out. That's the art book. And that's kind of cool. Even the styrofoam has a little Batman logo on it. So it's kind of nifty that they included something like that. Because normally it's just plain ass styrofoam and nothing all that interesting. Let's go and take this out as carefully as we possibly can without jacking it up. There we go. So, and the box is now empty. So let's go set this fucker off to the side, shall we? And let's look at some of the contents that we had already taken out. That can sit there, bam bam, here and here. First thing we're going to look at is the last thing that I'm holding. See, first we actually have the little Anarchy stencil, which looks pretty damn neat if you ask me. So remember what the parasites stole from us. That's what it says at the bottom. The enemies of the people are the enemies of anarchy. So yeah, kind of reminds me of some V for Vendetta shit, and if you ever get the chance, there is actually a pretty cool Batman book that is him versus Anarchy. And Anarchy actually shows up every so often, not a whole bunch, but I'm assuming if this takes off and there's a lot of interest in the character, then yeah, we might actually see the character show up even more. So yeah, got ourselves a little stencil, kind of nifty looking. We'll set that beside there in front of DS Games, and Vincent can actually go and keep that safe. And this is supposed to be Bruce Wayne, Thomas Wayne, and Martha Wayne. Try to get the glare off of that picture right there. Say anything in the back? No, not a damn thing. But yeah, this actually looks like some shit you'd see hanging up in an Italian restaurant or something. But yeah, so we have ourselves an old style tiny photo there. Now, this here be's the art book, and the art book does look pretty damn nice if you want to see that. It's all hardcover. It doesn't actually say anything on the side, but it does have Batman on the back there looking incredibly badass and looking like he's going to fuck something up. So let's have a look inside. And Batman Arkham Origins art book. And a gigantic warning there. But one of the nice things is it has something from Jim Lee. And if you are not familiar with who Jim Lee is probably one of the most important artists and people within comics today, especially within modern comics. Most of his most notable work is probably with Batman, X-Men, and most currently Justice League. But yeah, now he's a big shot over at DC Comics, and I'm a big fan of his art in general. He just does an absolutely fantastic job. Everything that he draws up looks really kick-ass. These are all different shots of Gotham City that we get to see here. Everything does look really awesome. Like Gotham City in general, I always thought was a really interesting concept for a city because it's like a big sprawling metropolis, but it looks so decayed. It looks so grimy and dirty and stuff, you know, and it's really fucked up. But I don't know. I just always liked that. Right there, we get to see some stuff for the Batcave. And the Batcave, obviously, being Batman's main hub for his headquarters and stuff, where he does everything and essentially lives. And now we get to see some vehicles, yada yada yada. I'm kind of just going through it. That was Blackgate. And if you're not familiar, Blackgate Prison is probably the other really big notable prison besides Arkham Asylum. Most people are familiar with Arkham Asylum, but not Blackgate so much. But the more that you delve into the Batman stories, and you get to find out about it. The Gotham City Police Department, GCPD for short, obviously. Let's see. The Mad Hatter. So we get to see some areas for the Mad Hatter. It makes me really happy that they're going to be doing a little bit more with this character, just considering the fact of how interesting I've always thought they was. There we get to see Deathstroke and Black Mask, both of which are two very well-known and important characters within us. Here we get to see Bane, which, I don't know, I actually really like that look for Bane. And we see Deathstroke there. I'm not really digging Deathstroke's outfit, but it does look a lot more conventional than what he's normally wearing. At least he still has the mask, so that's pretty cool. We have Lady Copperhead, and I say Lady Copperhead because traditionally Copperhead is actually a man, and she looks quite different, so I don't know if this is going to be part of New 52 or what, but she looks pretty cool. Electrocutioner, to be honest, I actually don't know a whole hell of a lot about Electrocutioner, so I can't say shit. Firefly, that is fucking awesome. Firefly is one of those characters I just always thought was really awesome, but people weren't talking about him a whole shit ton. I'm kind of just going through here. The Joker and the Mad Hatter. So as you can see, a Joker there, looking extremely awesome and badass. And the Mad Hatter. And a lot of people are really worried about the new voice of Joker, but the dude does a bang-up job of sounding a lot like Mark Hamill, which makes me happy. Harleen Quinzel, as we all know, ends up going on to become Harley Quinn, and Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler. And the Riddler is somebody I think deserves a whole hell of a lot more love. These look like various screenshots from some of the cutscenes within the game. So I'll quit boring you all to death with this art book. But yeah, it is. It's pretty damn nice. For anybody that's a big fan of the art within the comics, that's something that's pretty damn cool. All printed material made in China. I'm glad that they decided to go and include something like this. So yeah, it's just its own sheet of paper. That's kind of fucking ridiculous. So, these are the blueprints I was talking about. So, the Batwing Prototype. It makes it more ironic because there's a Batwing comic, but it's obviously not just about a fucking jet or anything. But, as you can see, it looks like little blueprint schematics and stuff of what you would imagine. And there's tons of glare on that. I do apologize. I'm trying to make it not happen. Set that over there. And the Batman Wanted sign. That is pretty fucking cool. Admittedly, I do like this a whole lot. This might seem like one of those dumb things that people don't care about, but I think this looks really, really neat. Alias, the Batman. Date of birth, unknown. Sex, male. Height, approximately 6'2". Weight, 210 pounds. Build, muscular. Everything else, unknown. So yeah, and naturally has a whole bunch of stuff down here. I don't feel like reading all this stuff, but it's a wanted sign, and wanted signs are really badass, especially when they're about the Batman. Let's see, power to the people. So this needs to get unfolded a little bit. And there we go. This is kind of interesting because it looks like it's scratched in, like all those little scribble marks that you see is kind of like its own little texture, so it's kind of cool. But it looks like Anarchy is trying to figure out a whole bunch of stuff for Blackgate Prison, his plans, and blah blah blah. But it does it. It looks pretty damn cool. Not as cool as the wanted sign, but cool nonetheless. Go and set that over there. And I'm assuming this is the dossier for Black Mass, so go and undo this. And if you want to see what it looks like right there, it looks really nice. Like this, just like its own little gloss thing. Go and empty all this stuff out. Come on out. Okay, so let's see everything that's inside Black Mask and dossier. So, Jim made the cut, don't fail me. Alrighty, whatever. Random note. Let's see, Contract 14. Upon the eve of December 24th, Batman. One night to kill the Bat. And payment for this hit is $50 million. And for Batman, yeah, that seems about right. So, I'm not all that surprised. Assassin Agreement. So this is kind of cool. It's like, this is a whole lot of fucking work right here. GCPD Bulletin, so I'm assuming this is going to be all the assassins that he has, and it most definitely is. So this is pretty much what the Gotham City Police Department would have on all these individual rogues from Batman's Elite Rogues Gallery, which is, it's pretty damn cool that they have stuff like this, especially like in high gloss and like in decent detail and stuff. Is it something I'm going to look at a whole hell of a lot? Probably not, but it's a neat little extra to have inside of here. So anybody that's a big fan of it, then there you go, you'll be happy with that. And right here we have two evidence bags. So what's this one say? Forensics dental, possible missing persons, blah blah blah. But it looks like one gigantic tooth. So I'm assuming Killer Croc, maybe? I have no clue. And we have ourselves a poker chip. The final offer, 10K casino chip from the Lacey Towers penthouse. and Montoya. Miss Montoya ended up putting this through. Montoya actually goes on to become the Question at some point, if anybody ever followed that, except for now it's not actually part of the New 52, which I was kind of bummed out about that. Now opening up the game case, get all this fucking stuff out of here. Go, cellophane, nobody needs you! You go over there and lay there and stuff. I'll just clean up later. So, the cover of Batman Arkham Origins, exclusive downloadable content. It should be on the disc, damn it. I'm picky, I can't help it. So it's all the stuff that we had already seen that's on the cover of the box, and that is the back of the box. So basically, it's nothing all that exciting looking, and there goes the side of it, Batman Arkham Origins. Oh, it's going to be lovely. What's it look like on the inside? Let's see, so we got the disc. Obviously, if there was no disc, I would be losing my shit. Let's see what they have on the inside. So, that's for Deathstroke. First appearance Batman skin, so that's what Batman looked like whenever he first showed up in comics, so if you ever get bored, you ought to go and check that out. And this is for Arkham Origins, which is not really a manual. If anything, it's just a bunch of license agreements and warning labels and shit like that. So, yeah, nothing all that exciting there. Let's go and put all that crap right back in there. Now, I know that the content that's within the 360 version is going to be different, so that's something to go and keep in mind. If you're looking at this and you got the 360 version, be like, what the fuck? Why don't I have that? Apparently, the PS3 version has more, so that was a no-brainer for me to want to go and pick that up. Alright, Necessary Evil, Supervillains of DC Comics. And right on the front, we'll get this the fuck out of the way. We have Lex Luthor, we have Sinestro, we have Catwoman, and obviously we have the grinning mug of the Joker. The Joker, Lex Luthor, Catwoman, Doomsday, and Bane, which are a lot of the heavy hitters of the DC Universe. What makes them so thrillingly watchable, so terribly wonderful, so extremely vital to our superheroes and their worlds? The new feature-length documentary explores these questions across 7 decades of DC Comics' hollowed rogues gallery of infamous evildoers. Narrated by esteemed film villain Christopher Lee, Necessary Evil examines the tortured psyches of your favorite animation, comic book, game, TV, and feature film baddies, both from the past and into the future, against a backdrop of culture, history, and society. Insight from famed creators and storytellers, including Zack Snyder and a bunch of other fucking people. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's about villains, and that makes me pretty goddamn happy. And I don't have a lot of Blu-rays, so that'll be kind of nice. Give me something extra to watch. And I was genuinely excited about this just because I like big-time documentaries about, like, villains and stuff like that. Just, like, behind-the-scenes on comic books and stuff. So this was pretty cool, and glad that they included that. Now, the main feature of this entire thing is going to be the statue. So I'm going to do a jump cut so I can open this bitch up. Here's Joker! This is the main attraction of the limited edition, collector's edition, whatever the fuck you want to go and call it, of Batman Arkham Origins. It's a Joker statue. Not only a Joker statue, but it lights up, so it'll go and illuminate your life while he goes and snuffs at your family and things like that. Or just shoots them and turns them into fucking wheelchair-bound cripples like he did to Barbara Gordon, because that's what the fuck the Joker does. He fucks with people. Ha ha ha. And literally says ha 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 while he does all that kind of stuff. So get a much more close-up look right there. There goes Joker with a big shit-eating grin and all of his glorious detail, happier than all hell because he knows that he's going to cause some kind of chaos and some kind of carnage because that's what he does best. So the little table right there has a gun, it has some food, it has his knife, which obviously he's going to plunge into somebody's face, chest, and or random cavity day decides needs to have a knife inserted into it. And, you know, it's a Joker. It's the kind of shit that you would imagine that he would have around him. Whoever saw some very nice plush carpeting there, it's just random hard plastic, but fuck you, we can call it plush carpeting because that's what it's meant to look like. And hardwood floors, yes, very sturdy and things of that nature. Oh, and there's a headless teddy bear down here, if you're wondering. So, yeah, that's what the Joker needs, is more headless things. On the back, we have a whole bunch of TV sets, obviously, but you see these right here, they open up. So, the first thing will open up, and that right there is where the batteries go and has the on-off switch. So whenever I go and install the batteries, we'll get to see what this looks like. On this side, ooh, we have goodies. Let's see what the goodies are. Out you come. We can go and close that up and turn the statue around so it looks a little bit nicer. Warning, contains spoiler. Do not open until story complete. Warning, contains spoiler. Do not... You know what? I'm actually going to listen to this. I shit you not. So I'm not going to open these up until I complete the game because, well, frankly, I don't like to have story spoiled for me. Especially ones of Batman. Because I like them quite a bit. But it's two random little objects. I have no clue what they are. They feel like random files. Not sure what they are. Just wagering a guess here. So, anyway, let's go and install the 2 batteries. And yes, the batteries do actually come within. They're both AAA batteries from Yali? I have no fucking clue how you pronounce those. They're generic-ass batteries, so they'll end up dying at some point. And always remember, folks, make sure you don't keep your batteries inside stuff for years and years and years. Because it would suck to have a statue this awesome, and then these batteries eventually bleed out in it, like, years down the road. So always remember that. But we'll go and pop these fuckers in and see what this looks like when it's all lit up. And that's the cue for a transition. Go! Alright, so I went and I turned off a couple of lights that I have sitting over there so you can see what this looks like when it's all illuminated. And it looks pretty damn nice, except for it's kind of hard to tell what's on each individual screen. It looks like it's some of the baddies. That right there looks like it is possibly Firefly. I know that's Deathstroke right there. That I can tell. That's a J for Joker, obviously. Electrocutioner, that looks like Killer Croc. I'm just trying to go and decipher who each individual character is because the images are kind of blurred, but it still looks extremely fucking cool because normally whenever you get statues and stuff like this, they're not ever lit up. So I thought that this was cool. Gimmicky, yes, but does it work? Most fucking definitely it does. So yeah, let's go and pop these lights back on because I'm sick of talking without enough light. Alright, right now we're going to look around here in much broader detail so that you can see exactly how nifty and how fucking awesome everything is right up close and personal. There goes Joker. Oh, he's just so happy. Good little guy there. Let's see, there goes all the baddies in the back. Let's see what it looks like down here on the floor. All the way around, sweeping camera mode, go! And then on the back there, like I had shown you, is the TV set. Switch this one's open because that's where the switch is. But yeah, so there it is in all of its glorious detail. It is pretty damn awesome if you ask me. So for anybody that's a big fan of the Joker of Batman, this might be pretty damn awesome for you. Well then, there you have it. It's an official, completed unboxing of Batman Arkham Origins. So, another year, another Batman game, another happy comic book nerd, another happy video game nerd. And the fact is that right now, I'm going to go and put this fucker down. Try to figure out a space somewhere in this game room for the Joker statue because it's got to be somewhere where everybody can see it because it's extremely fucking badass. And yeah, I need to go and take down a bunch of assassins because I will be the Terror and I will be the Knight and I'll still be AlphaOmegaSin, but I will be playing the role of Batman. Anyway, hope that you enjoyed this, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers. Because, as AlphaOmegaSin always says, and Batman would too, at least I think that he would. But anyway, game the fuck on.